All right. Hello and welcome to November 1st, BTC Pre-Market Prep. I am your host, Biz, and I'm with co-founder Andy, and we're going to be taking a look at BTC. Um, Not sure if we got decent price action yesterday, but it definitely seemed to put in some sort of a bottom intraday, at least today. Andy, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. You were breaking up a little bit for me there. I'm hoping you can hear me fine.
Okay, I can hear you. You're coming in loud and clear.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's crack on. Today, actually, is a quiet day with good reason. So this is going to be a fairly quick update today. Um, you're currently looking at the Zazook Discord server. Where we have market direction reports, which we're going to look at in a second. And then we have all what we call the juicy tip channels coming down the left here, based on top 40 by volume for 4-hour, 12-hour, 1 day, the update channels when you get tip updates. And then we break it down by all the coins. If you're an elite member, you get all 400 trading pairs possibly coming in instead of just top 40 by volume. And then we break them down into sectors as well. So if you're interested in just one sector, you can get that. So let's have a check at the market. No, let's first of all look at BTC. So the short-term BTC trend is negative. And you probably all know that BTC almost got to an all-time high a few days ago, and it's perfectly normal for it to be rejected at the first go. And we'll look at that chart in a minute. The long-term trend is still positive because in the long term we're still in a bullish trend. Bitcoin's getting ready; it's not given up the ghost just yet. But the overall market, because Bitcoin is such a gravity well when it comes to the altcoins, if I bring up this one, this shows you the kind of overall market condition or the market health, as we call it. In the top 4-hour, 12-hour, 1 day, this is all the trading pairs that we support. Green is good, red be bad. But when it gets down to the red, even if it went lower than this, then it's going to turn up, right? As much as, when it goes up, it comes down. When it goes down, it will come up at some point. And that's all dictated by BTC at the moment. Even the overall sector gauges are all well into the red, with meme now that was doing very well. The meme coins were doing great before. They've even sort of pulled back as well. So the market is not too strong at the moment, but we all know why. So let's go have a look why. I'm assuming you can see my BTC chart now,
Yep.
Biz?
Yep.
Yep. I'm struggling to hear you because I think there's a little mic problem on your end. But anyway, you look at BTC, it almost got to the all-time high there, 73,620 it got to, but that's not quite, if I zoom out, that's not just slightly beneath this, but not a lot. And it had a go, and it's perfectly normal that it has a pullback. These red lines, when you come into Zazook, we have education that teaches you about hold and break levels. And we put these lines on here to show us where we expect something to hold if the uptrend is to be continued. So higher low there, higher low there. And what we want is that either it's touched this first hold level here, it might come in and touch the second, but to maintain the trend, we want it to bounce off here. So it could go down to 68. Or it could continue up from here. No one knows just yet. What's interesting is if you look at this white line here, we had a juicy tip back here on the 15th of October. And the juicy tip came in at this level. And we actually got, if I just put this here, about 11% out of this particular juicy tip, which was very, very good. It's currently down at 6, but one would have got out at some point after the pullback. You can see that here. I've highlighted this on the right where you see that the last tip update was at 10%. We give them at 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this was the last tip update that we had on BTC. But I think for now, BTC, we're just in a kind of watch and see mode. If we go down to another time frame, 4 hours, you can see it's having a bounce. It went off that old level there, touched it, and is bouncing up. If we go further down into the 1 hour chart, it's trying, it's trying. The volume isn't too high, but it is trying. So it's just a wait and see, because we know that if BTC falls further, the altcoins all will. And we know that if Bitcoin starts to shoot up, it will take a little time, but the altcoins will eventually follow. And that's where, we're looking for lots of new juicy tips. So that's kind of the state of BTC right now. So if we go back to here, because we've literally just had 12 noon UTC, so there's been a brand new candle on the 4 hour and 12 hours charts. So you can see if they're not lit up, it means there's been no updates here. There's been actually quite a lot of juicy tip overs, which you would expect. Sorry, there, for instance, OG went out. We had a 201% maximum profit while it was in the last juicy tip, but that juicy tip pulled back and we stopped monitoring it at some point. We have within our strategies, we say, right, okay, we believe this juicy tip has done what it's going to do. Let's stop monitoring it, and then let's see if it may come in again. So let's go down and see what we have. See if we actually have any new juicy tips. OM came in. Let's have a quick look at OM USDT, and that's on the 4 hour chart. So OM USDT. These are some. This was the last thing we had with it. I'm going to remove those lines. So let me just reset this to the latest level. So on the 4 hour, you can see it's coming at exactly this new candle here now. So if I just go here, I tend to put this on here, juicy tip price, just so that I remember where the price came in. And I like it in white. So let's go in and look at kind of where a hold and break level should be. You can see here that if we go back to the day first, we tend to do this on the day first. So you can see that if I do that here and sorry, whoops, hang on, my mouse is just denying me at the moment. The wick's so close, we could put a second one on, but the wick's so close. And then the next one is kind of up here, really. The break level is up at this point. So, and if we went down to 4 hours where the tip was on, what I tend to do here, by the way, is put this little arrow on here so that later, when I've got many juicy tips in, which you can have, I've got this on my chart. I also add it to my juicy tip watch list so that I'm looking at it. So as you can see now, if we go back to the daily, it's kind of halfway between this break and hold levels. Although saying that, there is a hold level here, right?
Yeah.
Around.
I actually got one right there, on the top of that red candle, because the two green candles that follow. This one's a kind of a weird one.
You put one.
This one's a really
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
one.
yeah. Well, when it's weird, you drop down to another time frame, right?
Yes,
And
that's
you see
right.
what else there is.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, if it's not clear, you can't find an obvious hold or break level, drop down to a time frame. We color these differently. So the red ones are for a day, and you've got one here, right? So you've got,
Yeah, this is much easier. I mean, much cleaner, I would say.
yeah. So, and that we put these in yellow for the 4 hours. And then it's here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you see
is
that
that
it
right?
bounced it well, you see that it bounced off of the um well, okay, so yeah, it on the 4 hour it kind of well, I wish I could share my screen, but if you look at the last candle, the third candle to where it's at right now, you see how
This
it
one?
kind yeah, you see how it almost got rejected because it went below the hold level
Yeah,
and it closed below the hold
yeah,
level, and then it just yeah, I guess that's what you call a bear trap, right? Or yeah, right? Because most people
yeah.
are
You see,
thinking
I not put a
bearish.
hold,
Yeah.
yeah, I've not put a hold level here because we don't have two closed candles yet.
Oh yeah, true.
So
That's true.
there's not two green closed candles. This is the new candle, right?
Yeah.
Um, so if we went down to the hour, then maybe yes, maybe you could do it,
Well, I
but
mean,
that's
I
even
meant
lower.
like you see how you had the hold level drawn in, and you see how it closed below the hold level. Well,
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit for me, Biz. So I'm
okay.
struggling to understand. Just, I know it's early for you and you have to keep your voice down, right? So Discord might be, Discord might be clipping your audio a little bit,
Yeah.
I suspect. But yes, this, would I take this right now is the question.
Yes.
No. Why would I not? Well, two reasons. It's kind of betwixt and between hold and breaks, and BTC is undecided. We're not sure what's happening here yet. So, but what I would tend to do is set an alert that says, wait for a price up or a price down just to see. So it's not an obvious for me going right now. Let's see what there was something on the 12 hour. Let's see what that was. We had some juicy tip or beta. Beta USDT. Do, do, do. Now, this was in before. Let me just get rid of these. Again, the daily is a bit. Oh, it's very choppy, isn't it, on this one? But you can see in the when I look at these,
Okay.
look at that.
Yes.
I mean, this is right at a kind of this is on Binance, right? And it obviously came in to Binance back in 2021, and it's just tanked ever since. But it does have well, it was a massive leap up here, but it's clearly popped up here. Let me just stick these on. Which channel was that in, by the way? P5. So, and it was on. I don't have 12 hours on TradingView because I don't. I'm like most of our members. I like to use the free version so that I can see what they see. So I don't have 12 hours on here,
Yeah.
but you can see the 4 hours had a signal up there, um, which is the algorithm we use. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think of this one, Biz?
Well, I was actually going on TradingView to see. I mean, I noticed uh, it came out in 2022. I mean, that's a massive drop. I don't even think it's put
It
in
is.
its.
Let's have a let's have a look at what Beta's done in the past. 6% up, 3%, 9%. So you can see it's getting 31% back in August. So back here. So yeah, you can get, I think this is one where you can get kind of small ones, but I personally don't like the look of it only because it's been doing nothing but going down. Do you know anything about this token?
Uh, I'm
What beta is?
I'm trying to identify which exchange it, because this was that pump was for sure it had to do with
Yeah,
like the Binance listing.
it's in it's in the DeFi sector,
Uh,
but it's but anyway, the bottom line is at the moment those are the only two new juicy tips, and the the market is kind of not strong. So when we have the short as red and the long term as green, you can see in our how-to guides, long-term green, short-term red. The risk is medium, trend with a correction and possible trend reversal. So it's long-term green, short-term red. So it's medium risk at the moment with BTC because we don't know what BTC is doing. So we're kind of just waiting, We don't make false promises here where we're going, get in now, like some people do. But I do believe we're on the 1st of November, and now is normally at the time of in the market where we should start to expect some action.
that's right.
So kind of that's the update for today.
All right. I just want to know,
Oh,
can you hear me?
wait, wait. Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Okay, I'm just holding the mic closer to my I just have it propped up. But yeah, I mean, thanks, Andy. I mean, I think with what you just explained, there's a more clarity in the picture. At least right now, we're kind of in that wait and see pattern. Like you mentioned, we were in the middle of a range, which is not ideal for a chart setup. But however, charting the hold and break levels allows us to identify which areas that we would want to participate as a trader. And of course, with the juicy tips, it just supplements our decision making, knowing that the algorithm is tracking it as well. All right, folks. If you want to get involved, please join our Discord. We are here. We are going to continue with the AMA session. So if you're listening to this now, join us in the lounge. And if you have any questions, reach out. You can also initiate a free trial if you want to get involved, or if you like the insights and you like the tips and you know that you can take that take these tips and insights and incorporate it into your trading strategy. You can go to Zazook.App and purchase an NFT right now. They're at an 80% discount, and it won't last forever. But it is because but it is for right now, and that gets locked in for the lifetime. And so this is a lifetime discount at 80% off that we're doing for this time window. And if you and so that's another way to get involved. And don't feel, if you have the NFT, the beautiful thing about this is that you'll be able to pause the subscription if you're just starting out. You can always learn, pause, learn, come to daily pre-market preps. I mean, we're constantly in the trenches doing the work. So if you want to get involved, join the Discord, activate the free trial, or go to Zazook.app and purchase an NFT. All right, guys, that's it for today's November 1st pre-market prep. I'm your host, Biz, and Andy. Thanks again for doing this, and it was a pleasure. All right, guys, take care.
See you later, everybody. Happy trading, everyone, when the market turns around.
Awesome. Have a good one.